I am going to attempt to survive 100 days stranded on a deserted island with limited resources, no food, and a tiny amount of space. What builds and overpowered farms will I be able to create? Well, it's time to find out, because it's day 1 and we are completely stranded in the middle of the ocean. For now though, let's chop down our only tree and hope we get a sapling. Come on. Yes! Okay, let's plant these down so we can grow even more trees. Also, we should probably make ourselves a crafting table so we can make some basic tools. And also, because we're gonna get hungry, let's see if we can get some seeds from these grass, just like this, so that we can make a food farm. Now, growing wheat for bread is gonna take absolutely ages. So later on, we'll definitely have to find a better food source. Anyway, though, let's start digging underground so we can upgrade our wooden tools to stone. Now, while I'm mining, these are some of the goals I want to get done in the next 100 days. I want to transform our island by not only making it look amazing, but also filling it with automatic farms. I also want to become super overpowered with full netherite tools and armor. And finally, I want to defeat the ender dragon and the wither to obtain the elytra and a beacon. Anyway, though, we have a bunch of cobblestone, so let's upgrade our tools. All right, now that we have these, we won't be needing our wooden tools anymore. All right, let's head back underground to see if we can find some valuables like iron, coal, and maybe even some diamonds. All right, let's go. We have found our first pieces of iron on this deserted island. So let's grab all of this. All right, 6 pieces, not bad. Now, because I wanted even more iron and other ores, I continued mining as much as I could. All right, let's mine these last few pieces of iron. And now we are at a total of 40 iron and 44 coal, which is pretty good for now, so let's head back to the surface and let's craft ourselves some furnaces just like this. We'll go ahead and get these down so we can start smelting everything, so we'll put half the iron in here and half in here. Okay, everything is now smelted, so let's use it to make a full set of iron armor and a full set of iron tools. And just like that, I'm now starting to feel a little bit safer on this island. Although something that would make me feel a little bit more safer is of course a shield, so let's craft one. Now at this point, I would love to continue mining down in the caves, but the only thing is, if I take damage down there, I won't be able to heal up because we literally have no food. And well, our wheat farm it's literally useless right now. So I have a genius idea. And well, that idea is to get ourselves a fishing rod so we can go fishing for food. But the thing is, to make a fishing rod, we need string. So we're going to have to be super careful and try and find ourselves a spider. And well, when we take it out, it should drop enough string for a fishing rod. So let's hope we get lucky and find a cave. We are literally at deep slate level and we have not found anything. How is this even possible? Okay, wait. We found a cave. Now, for some reason, there is tons of redstone in here, but we are not looking for that. We need to find some spiders. Okay, there's a skeleton. We do not want you. Oh, no. This is why we make a shield. Uh-oh, and there's a creeper. Oh, okay, let's take you out. And now let's move down further in the cave. We do have an amethyst geode here, and we have even more iron. But why is everything spawning except spiders? You've got to be kidding me. Okay, there has to be at least one spider in here. There is just no way, right? Wait, bruh. How have we already found diamonds before a spider? You've got to be kidding me. Okay, we will take it though, although it is just 1 diamond. Yep, it's a 1 vein. Oh wait, no it isn't. It's a 2 vein. Let's go. All right, we will take that. Ooh, wait, I think we found a mine shaft. Now, if my calculations are correct, yes, we can actually get string from the cobwebs in this mine shaft. All right, it looks like we don't have to go and find spiders. Let's go. Okay, we have enough string for a fishing rod, but before we leave, we should probably see if there's any chests in this mine shaft. Oh, wait, we do have a mob spawner, though, and it's a zombie spawner. Okay, we can maybe turn this thing to an XP farm later, but for now, I do not have any torches to put on this thing so zombies stop spawning, so we should probably just run past this thing. Anyway, though, there has to be at least 1 chest in here, right? Apparently not. Oh, wait, there's another mob spawner, though. Anything in these chests? And, okay, a golden apple and some wheat. And you know what? We'll take the bucket as well. Okay, I think we've got everything from in here, so let's go back to the surface because, yeah, we really need some fish for food. Okay, our island is right there. But as you can see, making our way up to the surface, I took a little bit of damage, and, yeah, we are on 1.5 hearts. So let's actually use these bones to make bone meal, and then we will bone meal up some of this wheat, which means we can not only plant more wheat seeds, but I can now make 2 more slices of bread. But after we eat this piece, we have no food again. So let's finally craft ourselves this fishing rod and get to fishing for some food so we can finally actually have a food source. But wait a second, I've just realized something. I don't just want to fish on the side of my island. I think we should make an actual fishing docks, just so that when we're fishing in style. So let's start by spending the next few days chopping down a ton of trees so we can construct ourselves a fishing dock. All right, we've been chopping trees for quite some time, and this is all of the oak logs that we've got, which is definitely going to be enough to make this fishing docks. So let's craft some extra things we're going to need to make this docks like some fences and of course some trapdoors. Now I think the perfect building location for this is going to be over here. So let's move this sugarcane out the way. We'll put all of it here for now. So I guess at this point, let's get to work. Now, not only do I want the fishing docks area to have a place to be able to fish, but I also want to include a small storage area so that we have a place to store everything that we fish. And I even want a place to be able to put some boats. So we'll make sure to go through and add all of this. And we'll even add some small details like lanterns and barrels to make this place look even cooler. Okay, the fishing docks is now fully constructed and it looks pretty good if I do say so myself. We have a boat area over here, a storage area over here with a crafting table so we can put all of our fish in here. And then of course we have the fishing area itself. Now talking of the fishing area, I think it is a perfect time to start fishing because we seriously need some food. So I guess let's just sit here until we get enough fish. Now imagine the first thing we get is a mending book. Oh, okay, it's just raw cod. Anyway, though, let's just keep on fishing for the next few days. So, as you can see, this is everything we got from fishing, and we actually got 2 enchanted bows. This one's quite good, but more importantly, we got all of this food. So, let's throw it inside the furnaces to cook. And now, while we wait for this food to cook, it is turning to nighttime, and I have a feeling phantoms are going to start spawning, which will just be super annoying. So, we need to get a bed so we can skip the nighttime and sleep. Now, luckily for us, I have a genius idea of how we can get a bed. And this idea is to head back down into the mine shaft that we were at earlier and grab some string, just like this. And now what we can do with all of this string is combine it together to make wool, and boom, we have a bed. So let's head up to the surface and sleep. Alright, now it's the next morning. There is something we need to do. And wow, that thing is to tidy up our island. Because as you can see right now, we have our chest, crafting table, and furnace area literally in the middle of our island. And wow, we just have a random bed placed down. Yeah, we need to tidy things up. And well, to do this, not only am I going to expand our island, but I think now is the perfect time for us to build a house. And well, of course, in our house, we can put things like a smelting area and even a storage room. But as I said, we need to expand our island if we want to fit this house. So let's spend a bunch of time underwater gathering tons of dirt, a lot of stone and iron shovels later, and this is the amount of dirt that we have got for this island extension. Yeah, it might be a little bit too much, but it's fine because this extension is going to be quite big. I mean, we're definitely going to be doing a ton of expanding in this 100 days, but for now, the only bit that we need to expand is enough for our house. So I'm thinking we kind of expand it backwards over here. So let's grab our dirt and start marking out where we want this expansion to go. Now we'll go all across the front of the island just like this, and then we'll go all around the side here. And we also need to make sure that we're placing dirt under this dirt just to actually make it look realistic. You know, we don't want this island to look like it's floating on the water, so we'll make sure to add all of this here. And now, as you can see, it's kind of coming together. We now just have to go around the entire thing. Okay, we have a bit of a problem. Our wheat farm and our sugarcane farm is kind of blocking where we need to build. So you know what? Let's just pick all of this up. Now, we'll find somewhere better for it to go later. For now, we just need this space. Okay, I'm kind of liking the shape that we have so far. So let's just continue expanding our island with dirt. Okay, we are done building our first extension onto our island, and this should be more than enough space to build our first house. Now, luckily for us, we have some materials left over from when we were collecting materials for the fishing docks. So we should be able to build our house with all of these oak logs, although I'm going to plant some extra saplings in case we need extra wood, and I'm even going to quickly grab some sand as well, just because we're of course going to need windows for our house. So let's grab all of this sand so that we can smelt it, and now we can get to work building our house. Now we'll start the front of our house right here, and the way that I want to build this house is have a small platform here that we walk up to, and then we'll be able to walk into our front door. So let's start by building this platform here, just like this, and then to get onto this platform, we'll put some stairs here, and now these stairs will lead us up here, and our front door will go about there. Then of course here will be the front of our house, just like this, and for this front area we'll surround it with oak fences. Now let's grab our glass so we can turn it into glass panes, and we'll put a window here. And now let's build up to complete the front of our house, and if we do something like this, you should start to see it coming together. Okay, now I feel like we should kind of outline the rest of the house just so it's easy to build. So let's just outline all the way around just like this with some planks, and boom. Okay, so now we have the front of the house complete and we have an outline. Let's just get to work building the rest of the house up from here. And now I want quite a lot of things in this house, like storage, a crafting table, furnace area, and much more. So we need it to be quite big. All right, our house is now done, and it looks pretty good if I do say so myself. Now, although the house is finished, I do feel like it's missing something, and you know what? That thing is some leaves. So let's make some shears so we can grab an absolute ton of oak leaves. And now let's head up onto the roof of our house, and let's just start placing an absolute bunch, because I feel like this is just going to make it look so much better. Now we'll have them coming all the way off the sides like this. And you know what? It's already looking better. And now let's head to the other side of the roof and repeat the same thing. And there we go. So now if we head back here and look at our house, yeah, the leaves make it look so much better. Now with the leaves in place, another thing I really need to do is to make some torches to light up our island so mobs stop spawning. Okay, this should make our island just a little bit safer. So now let's next up move all of this stuff into our house. So we'll grab our furnaces and our crafting table. We'll also take our bed. And now let's go in our house and see how we want to decorate this place. So what I'm thinking we do is put our furnaces here with a crafting table. And then for this section here, we will make ourselves a smithing table. And we'll even craft some more furnaces to place here as well. Alright, so this is this section all done. And now just to keep things simple, we'll put our bed here. And let's not forget to light this place up. And of course, the last thing that we need to move in is our chests. So let's break them. This is going to make all of our stuff go everywhere. And yeah. Anyway, though, I don't know where I want to put the chests. In fact, I think we're definitely going to need more chests. So we'll craft some just like this. Do we just like maybe put them along this wall here? Okay, you know what? This is actually not that bad. And then we can pretty much do the same thing on the opposite wall. And then we'll use logs like this to section the storage areas off, and we'll even make some oak stairs to put along the top. Okay, I feel like this looks way better. So we have all of our storage here, all of our workspace stuff over here. Now I've just remembered we need to quickly store all of this stuff because we have so much stuff out here. Okay, let's pick all of this up and then let's transfer it. Okay, I feel like for now our house is done. Now seeing as we're only early on in this 100 days, our island is already looking really good, but we still have a long way to go in this 100 days. So with that being said, let's move on to the next thing that we need to work on, and that is to get better gear, because right now with all of our iron armor and tools, we could easily die. So let's start digging straight down to try and find as many diamonds as we can, because I want to upgrade all of our iron armor and tools to fully enchanted diamond gear. And then later in the 100 days, we can obviously upgrade that to netherite. But for now, let's just head underground, hopefully get lucky finding a giant cave. Oh my goodness! No! Oh my goodness, I just misplaced my water bucket and we went down to 2 hearts. We are so lucky that we are still alive. What the? Anyway, though, we have found a cave and it looks pretty big, which means we should hopefully find a ton of diamonds. Now, it's already looking like there is some valuables in here. I mean, we have some redstone, some iron, and even gold. We also have a ton of mobs. Get out of here, guys. Now, you can never have too much iron, so we'll make sure to grab some of this. And yes, we found our first diamonds. And look at this cave. This is huge. Oh my, look how big this thing is. It goes all the way down here. And look at the amount of diamonds there are. There's literally a vein there, a vein here. Okay, we might get enough for full diamond tools and armor literally just from this one cave. That is pretty crazy. Okay, here we go. Alright, so this is a 2 vein, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that's not bad. Now all we have to do is just go and mine all of the other veins. So let's quickly go through this cave and mine up the rest of the diamonds that we can see. So far from just this cave, we have managed to get ourselves 36 diamonds, which I'm pretty sure is more than enough to be able to make full diamond tools and armor, but we are not done in the caves yet. Because, well, if we're going to be enchanting soon, we should probably get a bunch of lapis. So let's grab some of this. And would you look at that, there's even more diamonds over here. And wait a second, why is there just so much iron here? We got so lucky with this cave. It is just filled with stuff. Anyway, though, something that I really want to do now is actually use some of our diamonds to make a diamond pickaxe. And well, the reason for this is because seeing as we're already underground, we should probably just get some obsidian now. So that way we don't have to come back down here when it's time to get obsidian for the enchantment table and also a nether portal later. So let's look around this cave and see if we can try and find some obsidian. Also, I've just realized that I've been running past gold every time I see it, thinking that I don't need it. But then I remembered that you actually need gold to make netherite. And well, seeing as I want to get a full set of netherite tools and armor later on, I should probably be mining more gold. Anyway, though, I found this small bit of lava here, so if we put our water bucket on top, we can turn all of it to obsidian. And, oh, there's even more diamonds here as well. You know what? I'll take them. So yeah, let's mine some obsidian. We of course need enough for an enchantment table and also a nether portal. So let's just collect up a bunch. Alright, so we're at 29 pieces of obsidian, which I think is more than enough. So before we leave this cave, let's try and mine a few ores because although we have all of the diamonds that we need, I still want some more iron and gold. So yeah, before we head up to the surface, let's just grab a few more valuables. Okay, I think now is the perfect time to head up to the surface because if we look at our inventory, this is all of the stuff that we got from mining. In total, we have 49 diamonds, almost a stack of iron, tons of gold, and of course all of the obsidian that we need. So at this point there's nothing else really that we need down in the caves, so let's head back to the surface. And now that we're here, the first thing that we have to do before we do anything else is just quickly organize our inventory because there is just so much stuff in here. Okay, that's looking a little bit better. The next thing we'll do is smelt all of our iron and our gold, and finally the next thing we can do is craft ourselves a full set of diamond armor and tools. Alright, take a look at that. Not only do we have ourselves a full set of diamond armor, but also a full set of diamond tools. tools. And wait, I've just realized I made another diamond pickaxe. I guess it doesn't really matter because we have a lot of diamonds spare, but how did I forget we already had one? Anyway, though, we're actually going to take off this diamond armor for now because, well, when I use all of our diamond stuff, I want it to be fully enchanted. So let's put all of this in a chest and work on getting ourselves a full level enchantment table. Now, to make a full level enchantment table, we of course need bookshelves. And, well, we did get some sugarcane on our island earlier. So getting paper for the books is actually going to be pretty easy because we can just grow all of this here. But now this is where things get a little bit difficult because, of course, another thing that we need for the enchantment table and, of course, the bookshelves is leather. And, well, if we look on our island, yeah, there is no cows. But luckily for us, I have a genius idea of how we can get leather. And, well, the idea that I have is to head into the nether and get leather from the hoglins and also trading from piglins. Now, we will build an actual nether portal area later, but for now, this is going to have to do. So let's make ourselves a flint and steel and let's light up the portal. But quickly before we head inside, I've just realized something. If we want to trade with the piglins, we should probably grab ourselves all of our gold. Okay, perfect. Now we can head in the nether. Alright, here we go, and the spawn is not looking too bad, I don't think. And yes, I'm already seeing hoglins. Now, I'm pretty sure these guys drop leather, but I guess let's just find out. Come on, buddy, please leave us alone. And wait, did it drop leather? Yes, it did. Okay, so that is one way to get leather, and then, of course, the other way is trading with these guys. So let's drop them some gold, and now let's head down, and quickly while they're trading, let's try and trap them. Okay, perfect. Alright, let's give them all of our gold, and hope that we get lucky with leather. Okay, so far, I'm seeing ender pearls. Anything else? Oh, leather. There we go. Wait, how much does it drop at once? Okay, let's see. Let's pick up the leather, and we have one on us right now. So if we pick this up, it goes to 3. Okay, so it drops 2 leather at a time, I'm pretty sure. Okay, that's actually pretty good. But we're definitely going to need more gold, right? I guess let's just wait it out for now and see if they drop any more leather. Okay, so they're done trading with all of the gold. That's the reason they're attacking me. So now that I don't need you guys to trade, I'm going to take you out. See you later, buddy. And how much leather did we get in total? Okay, 11 pieces. That is not enough. Because I'm pretty sure the amount that we actually need is around 45 pieces. And well, honestly, out of both of the ways that we've got leather so far, I just feel like killing hoglins is going to be the best way. So let's try and find a crimson forest because there is tons of hoglins in those. Okay, here we go. We have found a giant crimson forest biome. So let's head down and let's start looking for hoglins. Oh, I found some over there. Wait, there's a baby one here. Do they drop leather as well? I feel really bad, but we need to find out. Okay, and yeah, no leather. I'm sorry. Anyway, though, this may take a while, but let's just keep on taking out hoglins until we have enough leather. And oh my goodness, there are so many mobs. No, 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 no. Go, go, go. Oh my goodness. 3 hearts. Run, 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 run. Oh, wow, that is a lot of mobs. Okay, let's just get on top of these trees. Go, go, go. Oh, we're not dead. Okay, we're almost back at full health. So let's try this again. Okay, we are now done taking out hoglins and we have 52 pieces of leather. And we also have almost 2 stacks of raw pork chops. Yeah, we're going to be good for food for a while. Anyway, though, let's head back to our house with all of this leather because it is now time to work on getting a bunch of sugarcane for all of the bookshelves. Now, we are going to need a bunch of paper to be able to make all of these bookshelves. So let's keep on farming up the sugarcane as much as we can. All right, let's farm up this last piece of sugarcane and we now have almost 5 stacks of sugarcane, which I'm pretty sure is more than enough. So let's head over to our crafting table and start by making all of the paper just like this, and then we can combine the paper with the leather to make books, and then if we make a ton of planks, we can put the books like this, and then the wood like this, and that gives us 17 bookshelves. And I'm pretty sure you only need 15 bookshelves for a full level enchantment table, so now that we have these, it would probably be a good idea to actually make the enchantment table. So let's put the book here with the diamonds there, and boom. Now we will make a full enchanting area later, but for now, I feel like we should just put the enchantment table here temporarily.